And take two. Greetings from Northeast High School. We're here in the booth for the LaSalle Explorers and Calvert Hall Cardinals. Their sixth matchup, the fourth this century. LaSalle so far is undefeated against the Calvert Hall Cardinals. I think we're in for a good game today. We got the 3-0 Explorers, had some pretty commanding wins and one tight one against Malvern Prep, led by Coach Brett Gordon. And then on the other side of things, we have a new coach for Calvert Hall, Ty Ward, has led them 2-0 so far, 33-7, and last week 42-0 win against Archbishop Curley. And yeah, I think we're in for a good game today. I'm joined by Jack Burns, Pat Burkhead, and Jack McGuire. Jack McGuire, what are your thoughts on the day?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, both teams are coming into this undefeated, two Christian Brothers schools, and obviously one of them has to leave today not undefeated. So I'm excited to see who that is.
Yeah, both these teams are really talented, but I think LaSalle is a bit more talented, so I think if they can execute their game plan, they can come away with a win.
Yeah, I mean, like they've been saying, both undefeated. It's going to be a great game, great battle. Someone's got to lose, and it's going to be a great day.
We'll be back in about 5 minutes prior to the kickoff. Thank you.
Income taxes and get the money to where it's needed to most to the thousands of qualified kids.
What we like about Blocks is they really know where the need is.
This program ensures that their dollars come 100% into these kids for their tuition assistance.
If you are able, Blocks makes the EITC piece go very quickly and very smoothly.
Turn your PA State tax liability into need-based scholarships and receive a 90% tax credit.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfort Avenue. Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfort Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the bedroom inspection issue, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgages dedicated to getting it done.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. Hundreds of decisions to make, some of which may impact your business for the next decade. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Gola gets it. And what if those experts came with a team? Subject matter experts to manage everything that comes with this process. Space planning and design, relocation planning and budgeting, helping you manage your vendors, construction oversight, all with zero out-of-pocket cost to you. A turnkey experience that adds real value, value that flows right to your bottom line. Gola gets it. We've been partnering with clients like you for over 40 years, and we know what's important: solving problems, creating flexibility, protecting and stretching your dollars. Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
When your car needs repairs and you can't wait, Meineke can help. With life's crazy schedule between work and family, you'll love Meineke's same-day service. Call today and Meineke will get your car in today. For new brakes, exhaust repairs, or your check engine light comes on, trust Meineke to do the job right. And families have been coming to Meineke for years because Meineke works on any make or model vehicle. Same-day service, value, and trust. Meineke, doing car care right.
Be a part of the biggest live events. The must-see matches. The game day celebrations. Experience live sports and entertainment the way they're meant to be seen. With Joe Hand Promotions, the global leader of live entertainment for bars, restaurants, and cinemas. Create unforgettable moments that fans won't want to miss. Keep the food and drinks flowing with watch parties that will bring customers in the door and expand dwell time. And watch as these visitors turn into loyal customers with exclusive content relationships with the nation's largest sports and entertainment providers. In over 10,000 bars, restaurants, and cinemas across America, and customizable packages for every type of venue. Make your business the place for the next must-see event. Because if fans can't make it to the stadium or arena, your venue is the next best place.
A lot today for Calvert Hall.
JP Oates with a nice tackle. We saw him a few times on defense against Louisiana, which we haven't seen much of, if any, at all.
I'm sorry, we were without audio for a second there, but Explorers kicked off and returned it. Got some pretty favorable field position there for the Cardinals. Oliver Knoll in shotgun, looks to his left. Throws a pass, but his receiver wasn't even looking for it. Number 14, Maiko Razov. Looked like a pretty well-designed play, but just a miscommunication of where the ball was going there.
Interesting look for the Cardinals there with two running backs in the backfield.
Only go with one this play.
Again. Oliver Knoll in the background, hands it off. Almost tackled him. Actually faked the handoff and took it for a small gain of about 3 yards there, setting up a 3rd and 7. Oliver Knoll kind of faked me out on that one.
Yeah, me too. I was pretty sure he handed that off.
Seems like they're setting up pretty quick. I wouldn't call it hurry-up offense, but trying to enact their game plan quickly here. Knoll again in shotgun. Running back to his right, trips to his left. Takes the snap. He's looking. Got pressure. Fires it out there for a first down. This time able to connect with Micah Morozov, number 14. Seems like they're on the same page that time.
Yeah, and the cornerbacks, Lucas Johnson and Trey Hopkins, are coming off of really great games against Louisiana.
This is the third straight week we've seen Trey Hopkins match up against the other team's #1 receiver, and that's Chris Hewitt Jr.
Again, we're seeing this 2 running back set. Hands it off. Breaks to his outside. Stuffed for nothing there. Handoff was to number 3, Harrison O'Connell. Looked like Joey O'Brien was in on that.
And I think that's a very underrated part of Joey O'Brien's game. A lot of people see him in pass coverage, but no one really talks about how he can come up and defend the run.
They again go with 2 running backs.
Yeah, Azariah Holmes and Harrison O'Connell in the backfield. Nolan shotgun, takes it, rolls out to his left. Got a guy open, but sails it just a bit. He had number 15, Michael Johnson, open there on the sideline. Just got away from him a little bit while he's rolling out to his left.
Keenan Stahl coming out of the game on this play. Aiden Christie goes in.
Looking at a 3rd and about 11 here from the Cardinals' own 30. Shotgun snap to Knoll. He's looking to his left. He's going deep. There's nobody there. Intercepted.
And there's Lucas Johnson with the interception. He really tracked that ball down.
Yeah, again, just seems like miscommunication here. You can see on the replay just great ball tracking by Lucas Johnson.
Seems like he just overthrew that one and it was able to get intercepted.
2 closest people to that ball were both wearing blue.
Just reminds me of that first play that we saw where there was just a bit of miscommunication with Noel and his receiver. Bit of an arm punt there. Explorers get it on their own 39. Great field position to start so far. Sidwar barking out orders there. Puts a man in motion. Sits back. Pass completed to Joey O'Brien for a gain of about 6 there.
Seems like whenever the Explorers just need solid yards, Gavin Sidwar can look to Joey O'Brien and they pick him up every time.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't get much easier than that. Sidwar in shotgun. Azir Nelson lined up behind him. Takes the snap, looks to his left, fires it over to Owen Johnson. He's got a lot of room. He's got a lot of speed. He's going to take it all the way. It's a foot race. Touchdown. Explorers.
Lucas Johnson with the interception leads to his brother Owen Johnson's touchdown.
It's good teamwork. And everybody on the field was blocking great for Owen there. Even J.P. Oates on the complete other side. He ran in motion in front of Gavin Sidwar and then had a great block. Gave Gavin some more time.
Heck takes the kick. It's up, and it's good. 7-0, Explorers over the Calvert Hall Cardinals. That was quick.
That was a good drive. Great first one for the Explorers.
And it looks like the football went over the fence in the back.
It did.
Almost into the bushes back there.
Saying he kicked the heck out of that, huh? I'm sure he's never got that one before.
On this drive for Calvert Hall, it's going to be crucial to not have those sloppy mistakes. If you want to beat a team like LaSalle, you have to play clean football.
And on a hot day like today, you're going to see the offensive line and defensive line under that tent over there almost every time they're off.
Heck there with the wind at his back, forcing a touchback. Cardinals will get the ball on their own 20. Slightly better field position than last time.
In the past few games, we've seen a lot of special teams returns for either touchdowns or big gains. Interested to see how it plays here.
Knoll again in shotgun motion. Hands it off. Bounces to the outside. Again, Joey O'Brien in on that tackle, but not for a gain, before a gain of about 4 from Azariah Holmes, number 1.
Yeah, Holmes is another pretty big back who can definitely run through some people. Should be interesting to see how the Explorers match up against him, as they have definitely some experience against bigger running backs.
And similar setup. Nolan shotgun trips to his right. It's a quarterback keeper. Gain of about 2 there.
The Salle defense is looking really sharp early.
Yeah, that's a good point. They came out a little flat last week, I would say. They were maybe over physical. They were under physical. That's the word I was looking for there. Not the case today. Look at this backfield. Knowles in shotgun. 2 men to his left, directly in the backfield, 1 behind. It's not enough. Comes up a little short. It's a bit of a weird semi-pistol formation there, but 3 men, including, or not including Knoll in the backfield there. Short gain, 4th and short. What do you do here?
It's early in the game. I would punt it, trust my defense, and get the ball right back.
Although after you saw that touchdown by Owen Johnson on a very quick drive, I don't know if you can punt it.
Again, we're seeing this formation again. I wouldn't be surprised if they're trying. Yep, there's a timeout. Look like they're trying to force a offsides.
And that carry on 3rd down was by Chris Hewitt Jr., who we usually see on the defense, but he's probably their best player. He plays on level 82 with Joey O'Brien and Gavin Sidwar. So it'll be interesting to see how that little rivalry comes to play here.
LaSalle's doing a great job at stopping their run today. Anything they go is for little yardage.
And last week, Joey and Gavin had a teammate on level 82, but for Salesianum, this week it's Calvert Hall.
That was Jamar Taylor, the big receiver.
Quick timeout there. 7-11 back left on the clock in the first quarter here. LaSalle up 7-0. And it looks like they are committing to going for it on this 4th down here. Feels pretty important after burning timeout on it.
This time, 1 less player in the backfield.
False start. Cardinals. And that will definitely force the punt team out there.
I feel like we've seen LaSalle do that in a few games. They kind of shift the defensive line, and the O-line starts to get a little bit jumpy.
Yeah, we saw a lot of flags at Salesianum.
Yes.
Almost too many.
A lot of cramps, too.
A lot of cramps, a lot of flags.
Hopefully the heat doesn't get to the players today.
A lot of planes as well.
And the punt is blocked.
It was blocked by Jimmy Mahoney, who's been a Swiss Army knife for the LaSalle team this year.
Great block by Mahoney there that you see on the replay. Didn't really need to be recovered there, but Explorer did jump on that. Gets it in very favorable territory down at the Cardinals 39.
And this is that area of the field where we see LaSalle take shots a lot. Gavin Sidwar likes to throw it down the field to one of his great receivers for a long touchdown.
Yeah, just to emphasize on Jimmy Mahoney, he's played great offense, great defense, and we've seen 2 great special teams plays. His return for a touchdown at Malvern, Red Ocean City versus Malvern, and then that block punt right there.
Sidwar, shotgun. Azir Nelson to his left. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's looking his left. He's firing. That's caught. Who other? J.P. Oates. Had a bit of a game last week.
Yeah, J.P. Oates is a huge target over the middle. Hard to miss him.
Sal's running a bit of hurry up here.
Pat, you were just talking about the wide receivers, and they throw it to a tight end. They have so many weapons.
Sidwar fires it out quick to his right. Owen Johnson. Small gain.
Tristan Moody's helmet came off there. Now LaSalle huddles up.
Yeah, try to get them on the heels there with a hurry-up offense. Now taking their time. 2nd and 9. Sidwar tries to get them to jump with the clap. Sidwar takes the snap, hands it off to Azir Nelson. He's got a big hole. He's going for it all. Touchdown, Azir Nelson.
What a great job by Nelson, pushing through that defense to score it for a touchdown.
Wait, was that Nelson? Yes.
Yes,
yeah.
it was. And those are 2 really quick touchdowns we've seen from the Explorers so far. Puts all the pressure on Calvert Hall early.
I want to give a shout out to that offensive line. You could drive a semi-truck through that hole. And Azir Nelson definitely took advantage.
It's going to be hard today for that offensive line in this heat, especially when the defense is playing this well. Meaning LaSalle's defense isn't giving them that long of a break.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, Jack. These 2 quick scores, Calvert Hall's defense is just going to be on the field, which I feel like LaSalle's defense was on the field a lot last week versus Louisiana.
Yeah, not due to so much their defense being poor, but to all the flags.
Heck's extra point was good. Didn't kick it over the fence this time, but still never a doubt there. 14-0 LaSalle. 6 minutes left in the first quarter.
This is the 3rd time Calvert Hall has received a kickoff, and still the first quarter.
Booming kick by Heck there. It's going to be returnable this time by Harrison O'Connell. He's cutting up the middle. Hit it to 25, and that's where he'll go down. Again, another helmet comes off.
And that was Zyke Scott on the tackle there. He hits really hard. Not surprised the helmet popped off.
And Harrison O'Connell's helmet is the one that popped off.
Seems like we need to tighten our helmets down there.
Bit of an equipment issue, maybe.
This week, it's tighten the helmets. Last week, it was loosen the calves.
That's why you get the big bucks, Jack. Cavs seem pretty loose today, at least for the Explorers. Cardinals looking to put some points on the board. Still plenty of time left in the first quarter. Knoll in the backfield. Takes a snap, hands it off. Nothing there. In on the tackle, Caleb Davidson.
LaSalle D-line has looked really good today. They've just been pushing around Calvert Hall.
It's got to be hard for them, especially with all the weird formations Calvert Hall is lining up in. Because sometimes you have the offensive line of Calvert Hall and 2 to 3 people in the backfield blocking.
Knoll takes the snap, rolls out to his left. He's firing. That'll be a nice gain. Oh, no, they're saying he's out. Incomplete.
Great play from Trey Hopkins there to get to the ball and knock him out of bounds.
I have no idea how he didn't get in bounds.
Yeah, that's a tough call there. Not too sure on that.
I imagine the ball maybe could have popped out when Trey hit him.
Yeah.
But
probably bobbled it.
Yeah, regardless, that seemed like a surefire way to make it 3rd and short. Now we're looking at 3rd and 10.
And Lucas Johnson and Trey Hopkins switched sides of the field there, and on the way to the other side of the field for Lucas Johnson. He almost tripped, or he did trip.
Noel takes a snap, rolls out of the pocket, rolling to his left again. He's firing, and it's short. That'll be another 3 and out for the Cardinals.
LaSalle's defense is just hammering away at them, applying this pressure that's just stopping them from doing a lot of things here.
And Lucas Johnson tripping did not affect his coverage getting back.
Owen Johnson on the return here. He can definitely make some dynamic plays from the returner position. Let's see if he can break one.
Last punt was blocked. Cardinals looking to get this one off quickly. Here's the snap, hold, punt is clean. Bit of a hit after the fair catch. Owen Johnson there, but Explorers get very favorable field position. Tough punt into the wind there.
Seems like Des Ortiz is going into the game. We haven't seen him much, but he's a really talented running back, especially in the pass game.
This might be the first time I've seen him this year.
Sidwar in shotgun, where he always is. Man in motion to his right. Takes the handoff. Fires it to a wide open J.P. Oates, who makes an easy catch.
Can't leave a guy like JP open like that. You know he'll catch it.
So many weapons on the field for LaSalle right now. Behind so many weapons on the offensive line for LaSalle too.
Yeah, it's almost like Brett Gordon would have a hard time picking who he can put on the field every play. There's just too many.
I mean, you got Joey O'Brien, Owen Johnson, and now Desmond Ortiz lined up for wide receiver. J.P. Oates at tight end. Azir Nelson, the running back.
Azir Nelson took the snap there.
And another helmet has fallen off. Seems to be a problem with the Cardinals today with that.
Quincy Barney's helmet there.
So it's not just Harrison O'Connell's.
Then another weapon, Jimmy Mahoney entering the game. We know Josh Simmons is also a great player for LaSalle.
Also, Chima Auguste. Yeah, Tyler, it's the third helmet we've seen.
Second unique helmet. Sidwar. Azir Nelson to his right in the backfield, trips to his left. He's looking left. Quick fire. That was number 14, Jimmy Mahoney, wide open. Got a few extra yards after the catch there.
Mahoney's a fast guy, and they know it. They went for his legs, try to stop him there. Because you know once he starts going, he's going to go.
Yeah, Jimmy Mahoney is also so hard to tackle. So, great job there getting him.
It's a first down for the Explorers here. Knocking on the door to the red zone here. On the Cardinals 25, Sidwar, shotgun. Hands it off to Azir Nelson. Nothing there. That hole was blocked up. Great play by number 74, Jack Harper. Big boy.
It would have been 24, Dylan Hardy there. It's a little bit of a weird number for a defensive lineman.
You're absolutely right. Even bigger boy, Dylan Hardy at 6'1", 280.
Yeah, and he's just a sophomore.
What are they feeding these kids?
Yeah, LaSalle's going back.
See what the call is here. Holding on the offense. Might have happened there when Sidwar broke out of the pocket. That was a beautiful dime. Wide open Josh Simmons as well.
Yeah, Sidwar's looked really mobile in the pocket these last few games. We've definitely seen him use his legs a little bit more than we did last year.
Yeah, I was just going to say it's a great improvement from what we saw last year.
All right, backed up. Looks like about 2nd and 20. Sidwar, empty backfield. Man in motion. Takes the snap. Looking to his left. Offloads it to Joey O'Brien. He's got some space. And he didn't look like he had much there, but he got a pretty large gain, about 13 yards.
He got about 3 yards past the original line of scrimmage.
And those are those clever play calls we see all the time from Brett Gordon.
Third down, about 7. You don't need it all here.
Trey Hopkins in a receiver.
Mahoney in the backfield, and there's a timeout on LaSalle. This portion of today's broadcast brought to you by E&M Insurance. E&M Insurance is an independent local insurance agency serving the area's business and personal insurance needs. Owned and operated by Chris Marr, class of 1989, and father of Brendan, class of 2018, and Ryan, class of 2020. E&M Insurance has been servicing the Delaware Valley's insurance needs since 1988, built on the principles of providing superior customer service and quality insurance solutions for their customers. E&M Insurance is an independent agent, meaning they work with a select group of highly rated insurance companies that have proven their performance over the years. E&M can help provide solutions for your business or personal insurance on all levels, excelling at providing the best coverage at the best rates. Look for E&M Insurance at enminsurance.com or call them at 215-368-9556. Back to it. Third and about 7. Explorers knocking on the red zone door. Sidwar takes the snap, hands it off. That goes to number 8, Josh Simmons. Seemed like a play that you didn't have to get it all there.
And they're going for it on 4th down. I like this decision.
Sidwar looking over to Coach Brett Gordon. Calls the audible at the line. Takes a snap. Looks like a false start on the Explorers there.
I wouldn't be surprised if they stayed out there. They're up 2 scores. The offense is looking good.
Couldn't see it on the replay there, but it looked like he came from the right side of the line.
And Pat, I agree, but they also do have a weapon at the kicking position, Chris Hack.
With the win, too.
As of now, it looks like they will go for it.
Joey O'Brien out on an island, closest to us. Sidwar takes the snap. He's looking, firing, got a guy open. Touchdown, number 14, Jimmy Mahoney.
And that was an excellent throw from Gavin Sidwar there. There was a tight gap he needed to hit, and he hit it.
And Jimmy Mahoney is just too fast, with great hands also.
Yeah, that Cardinal player was trying to block him, but he got away from him.
He was there, too. That was good coverage, just Jimmy Mahoney using his speed there. What a beast.
Block, punt, and a touchdown. Now we're just waiting on a defensive play from him.
Heck is 3 for 3 on extra points. Explorers up 21-zip, 22 seconds left in the first quarter here.
That one to the fence, but not over it.
Jack McGuire is going to keep us updated on where those extra points land.
Yeah, that's an underrated stat, Tyler.
Colleges look at that one.
Oh, totally.
And The Explorers were to at some point get a 35-point lead. I believe in the second half there would be a running clock. Getting a bit ahead of ourselves here, but you got to feel for the Cardinals coming into this game, not giving up any points last week, putting up 42, and so far 21 zip.
Yeah, they traveled all the way from Maryland, so they could be a little tight right now. Maybe they'll come alive in the second quarter and second half.
They're tight, but their helmets aren't. Yeah.
I'm glad with me doing play-by-play, someone's picking up on the puns here. That's a heck of a hit. I think that was Aiden Christie, sophomore. The Cardinals will need to snap this, the clock stoppage on the kickoff.
Jimmy Mahoney out there at safety, Jack. Maybe he'll make your play here.
Knoll takes a snap, firing to his left. Oh, that looked good from here, but the referee on the far sideline saw the ball hit the ground. Incomplete.
Good job by Trey Hopkins. Tyler, I don't want to cut you short of your puns. You can make them all game. You already made the one about kicking the heck out of it.
Thanks, Jack. Appreciate that, but I'm ready to pass the torch if you are. And that will end the first quarter. Oh, no, it won't. That's clock stoppage. Sorry.
Oh, did he catch it?
They moved them up the field, and maybe there's a penalty there. Wow. I was handed off to Azariah Holmes there, but nothing there.
I believe Zyke Scott tracked him down in the backfield.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of good tackles by him today.
And that will end the first quarter. We'll be right back.
Next Play Basketball is an AAU program in the greater Philadelphia area. They offer camps, clinics, and private training for boys and girls, 3rd to 11th graders. They teach the next play mentality to help athletes have success on and off the court. Next Play coaches focus on each player's development through high-level coaching and a competitive environment. If you would like to join the Next Play family, go to nextplaybasketball.com for more information. They are hosting spring tryouts on January 11th.
That's fine. I just commentated on what happened. And my dad says it looks great on the big screen. All right, we're going to go live. Never mind, we are live. Calvert Hall takes a snap to start the second quarter. Nothing happening. Tackle for loss. 3rd and about, let's call it 11.
After a great tackle by Keenstall, he comes out for a rest.
.21 zip Explorers. Cardinals starting with the ball to kick off the second quarter. 3rd down and 10. Knoll takes a snap, rolls out to his left. Wow, what a play. Number 43, Cooper Halig.
That was a great tackle there.
Yeah, I feel like we've seen the Calvert Hall quarterback Oliver Knoll kind of run out of the pocket immediately. I guess that's drawn up, but it's interesting to see what they're trying to do there.
He likes rolling out to his left, too, it seems.
Yeah, and I was just about to say, we saw that with Jackson Melconian and Malvern, 2 right-handed quarterbacks rolling out to their left. We see Gavin Sidwar roll out to his right, which is considered normal.
That was just a great play by Helig, too. He just wanted it more. Overpowered the block. Great sack. The punt is away. We'll take a favorable Cardinals bounce down to about LaSalle 46. I felt like last week the Explorers defense was gassed. They were on the field all game. You got to feel for this Cardinals D.
Although they're not out there that long either. They're just out there a lot.
One of the great minds of our time, Jack McGuire. Explorers again, great field position to start off this offensive drive. Looking to capitalize. Sidwar takes a snap, hands it off to Azir Nelson. Nothing in the middle. Azir Nelson bounces to his outside. Gets a nice gain of about 5 yards.
The Explorers have 3 running backs that I could see playing really high-level football. Azir Nelson, Desmond Ortiz, and Josh Simmons are all really talented.
Sidwar again in shotgun. Tries to get him to jump. Azir Nelson again to his right. Takes a snap, looks immediately to his left, fires it out to JP Oates. Oates has some room. Just short of the first down by about a yard.
Last game against Louisiana when they were just short a yard, we saw a little bit of a tush-push action. Wonder if we'll see Gavin Sidwar take it himself here or give it to one of the weapons they have in the backfield, like Azir Nelson, Desmond Ortiz, or Josh Simmons.
One thing LaSalle can't do here is get a penalty.
Yeah, they got about a yard and a half to go. Now they have two.
Yeah, two
people
backs.
in the backfield.
Sidwar takes the handoff. He's got O'Brien. Oh my goodness. Joey O'Brien almost OBJ'd that one.
Wow, that would have been an amazing play. But some great coverage by the Cardinals there.
Seeing your top right there. O'Brien almost came down with that with one hand. That was insane.
Jamel Williams entering the game. We've seen some packages where he comes up the middle to gain a yard. I think LaSalle took that little shot there because they were comfortable going for it on 4th down.
Yeah, but although seeing Joey O'Brien come out of the game, maybe we'll see one of those times where Gavin Sidwar rushes right up the middle.
Yeah, a rare Sidwar under center here. Bit of a rhino package. Hands it off. He's going to get it. By about a yard there. And that was Azir Nelson. Had a lot of big boys in front of him there.
Yeah, Jamel Williams, a lead blocker. I would not want to get in the way of him.
And Zyke Scott came on to play offense there. So 226 pounds. I'd say that's helpful to have on your offense.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of that's muscle.
Sidwar, empty backfield, takes a snap, immediately looks to his right. He's got his guy. Who else but Jimmy Mahoney?
Again, they go for Mahoney's legs when they go for the tackle. They know.
Nice play from Tyler Wiggins.
That's a textbook tackle right there. Explorers quick to line up here. Again, empty backfield for Sidwar. Oh, he got the jump there. We're right in line with the line of scrimmage, and you can see the jump. That Sidwar clap always gets you.
They had trips action on the left side and 2 wide receivers on the right. Nobody in the backfield, so I can understand why the clap would get them there.
Jack, you said the college coaches are looking at you kicking it over the fence. Are they also looking at how you clap at the quarterback position?
Tyler, what do you think about that?
Sidwar is 99th percentile in clapping, so he's looking pretty good. I think it matters.
Can hear it from here.
Joey O'Brien just weaving. I mean, that play goes without saying. There was nothing there, and he just bobbed and weaved and got the easy touchdown.
They could not catch him on that one.
He's such a crisp route runner. I mean, I saw him make that cut, and all the turf shot up in the air, and he's just...
It was wide open for him.
Joey O'Brien's world, and we're just living in it. Great play.
Now we're even closer to that 35-point running clock.
Yeah, again, I don't think that starts with the second half of the game here. But
judging by this one's going.
I think the Explorers are looking for an easy button right now. Heck with another nice boot. Put it up 28-0.
See, that one might have gone over the fence if it was on that side of the field, because that fence is a little shorter.
We didn't factor in fence height. You can see it there on the camera.
And how special would it be here if Heck can kick it over the fence on the kickoff?
It'd be tough into the wind here.
Be pretty cool, though.
Still plenty of time left in this first half. 7 minutes, 27 seconds as Heck goes to kick the ball. This one will be returnable. Caught by Harrison O'Connell. He's looking for a block. Nothing there. I mean, the Explorers are firing all cylinders, but their special teams has been phenomenal.
And to tell you more about the stadium besides the fences, it's called Charles Martin Memorial Stadium, and it opened in 1968. This facility includes 2 grandstands, 2 press boxes, locker rooms, and a concession stand. And the field itself is an artificial turf field that is on the inside of an 8-lane track. The field can be used for both football and soccer, and the stadium holds up to 5,070 people. Although, with Calvert Hall being from Maryland and most of the LaSalle population being Penn State fans, I don't know if that many people are here today.
Cardinals looking to get something going on the offense. Hand it off. Not much. And no, that was a pretty nice game. Second in about, it's called 7. You got to string something together here. You know, first down at all costs. Build some momentum. Knoll. Shotgun. Fakes the snap. Oh, that pass is blocked. Wow. What a great play.
Again, Keenan Stahl having a game today. And it seems like every time he makes a great play, Aiden Christie goes in and subs him out.
And maybe that's why you got fresh legs out there. Defense is pretty well rested right now, and they are performing.
And it says a lot about the defense that they have the depth to do that.
I think you're digging into the playbook for this one. This feels like you need it. 3rd and 7. Knoll in the backfield. Takes a snap. Steps up. He's hit. He's down. Sacked.
For the second time this game.
I think that was Caleb Davidson.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, the sophomore with a big sack to get the stop on 3rd down.
And regardless of how bad you need a first down here, which I think the Cardinals maybe have 1 or 2 today. 1 on that penalty there, which was a late hit on the quarterback to end the first quarter. There's the punt. So close to being blocked again. And wow. That ball bounced right out of Owen Johnson's hands, right into the Cardinals. Exactly what they needed right now.
Yeah, that's the exact type of play you need for Calvert Hall.
Hopefully they can build some momentum here and be able to fire back at LaSalle.
Owen Johnson has some really good hands, and I think he kind of like tried to run up on that one, gain momentum, and it kind of hit his shoulder pads and just bounced off the plastic.
It was, I think, blocked a little bit, which made it a bit of a knuckleball, and into the wind, or with the wind, and looking into the sun. It was just a bad combination. Much needed for the Cardinals. Knoll takes the snap, hands it off, making some insane cuts to avoid a tackle for loss. It looks like the ball came out there.
Trey Hopkins pointing LaSalle's side, and it's LaSalle's ball.
And that's got to make Owen Johnson feel better about himself. Hopefully he can come out now on offense and show us that that was just a mistake. That's not him.
Holmes seems to be in a lot of pain there by midfield.
That was Holmes who's holding the ball there on the fumble. And that just felt like a punt with extra steps.
It's a good way to put it. I was going to say that this gives Calvert Hall's defense a break, meaning it would have, but now they got to come right back on.
It's a hot day out there, too. Feels nice in the shade of the booth up here, but when I was moving that stuff out in the sun, it's hot.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it feels nice. It definitely feels better than they do, but
yeah.
I just need to hope some wind comes up through here.
Sidwar, man in motion. What happened there? It seemed like a miscommunication on the snap as flags fly. See if we can see what happened on the replay there. It just seemed like the ball was snapped and never really left the ground. Honestly, I felt like that was best case scenario there, that being a false start.
Yeah, because it would have been Calvert Hall's ball again.
Would have been 3 straight plays with turnovers.
Even with 1st and 15, you have to feel pretty comfortable if you're the Explorers here, up 28-0. Sidwar sets a man in motion, hands it off. Azir Nelson. That was a nice gain there for about 6. Didn't really seem like there was much of a gap there, but he was leaping and bounding to get that extra yardage.
Pretty sure I saw him go over a Cardinal right there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised on this play if the coaching staff tries to get Owen Johnson involved. After that muffed punt, he could gain a little bit of confidence back.
That was a nice gain there, but actually about 8 yards. Azir Nelson stays there in the backfield. Gavin Sidwar, shotgun, where else? Barks out orders to his line. Looking to his right, he's firing. Got a man wide open. Who else but Mahoney?
And that's a tough cover for Calvert Hall. He's just too quick.
I mentioned at the beginning of the game that I need him to have a defensive play. He's got to save his energy for me.
All right, Sidwar. Moves Azir Nelson to his left. He's got trips to his left as well. Takes a snap, hands it off. Azir Nelson's hit in the backfield. Another helmet is flown off. And that is a tackle for loss.
And we are having a real big problem with our helmets today.
That time, Connor Murray's helmet came off.
Only the yellow ones.
Yellow versus gold.
And Murray still, the helmet comes off, but he was in on that tackle. He threw caution to the wind there.
Yeah, and we'll see Connor Murray on the offensive line.
With half the distance to the goal there. So Explorers are about at the 7-yard line.
Maybe Josh Simmons can power one in here.
Sidwar takes the snap. Looks to the sideline. Moves Simmons to his left. Hands it off. Simmons had a nice gain there. Didn't look like much, and he got down to about the 2-yard line as there's some extracurriculars after the play. All right, we'll play you drawn up here.
I think I would try to get Des Ortiz involved. We haven't seen him score yet this season, and he's a senior leader on this team. He means a lot to the class of 2026.
Yeah, he's a captain.
I think of Ortiz. I think of that insane catch last year against St. Joe's Prep to end it in quadruple overtime.
That was a great game.
Yeah, and he's headed to Brown, where I'm sure he'll have a lot of success.
He's a great student in the classroom as well.
This portion of today's broadcast brought to you by the Great American Pub. It's a great spot to just enjoy yourself with family and friends before, during, or after the big game, even this one. With 3 locations in Conshohocken, Wayne, and Phoenixville, there's always a Great American Pub near you. On a nice day, check out the rooftop bar like today in Conchi, or take the significant other or family to a nice dinner together. Thanks to Chuck Hempcher, proud LaSalle dad and supporter of Bob Long's sports and LaSalle athletics, as well as Charlie, his son who played football and basketball, is now involved with the business. Great American Pub. Second and goal. It's called the 2.5-yard line.
Pat, you said earlier you want to see if Josh Simmons can power one in. I think this is the time he'll do it.
Simmons stuffed. Great tackle in on that. Xavier Melvin, number 26. It seems like they keep running to the weak side there. You know, they got their receivers stuffed out to the left and try to get Simmons that touchdown. Tackle for loss instead.
Nick Stamponi comes out the game for Danny Lawyer. Owen Johnson and Desmond Ortiz are now lined up on the left side, Joey on the right.
Sidwar takes the snap. He's looking, fires it. Joey O'Brien, I think they're going to call that a pass interference on the defense. What a catch. Just look at that cut. Makes it look easy. Touchdown. If there was a doubt.
What a great job by O'Brien being able to make that touchdown with such tough coverage on him for that play.
See if Heck can go 5 for 5, and more importantly, clear the fence.
Got my fingers crossed.
No good. That replay, it looked like it might have been tipped, or yeah, it did look tipped. Well, if you're the Explorers, you got to feel pretty good going into the Philadelphia Catholic League next week.
Yeah, one of the toughest divisions in America, but LaSalle should be able to put up a good fight and try to win that championship for the 2nd year in a row.
It's a good thing they have a bye next week before they face Roman, and then after Roman, St. Joe's Prep. Those are 2 really important games against 2 really good teams. So hopefully they can get everything in line, if it's not already, before those 2 matchups.
Yeah, St. Joe's Prep plays a really high nationally ranked team later today in St. Francis. It'll be cool to see how they match up against a big-time team like that.
Roman Catholic is the 5A state runner-up as well. Got to see that game live against Bishop McDevitt last year, and that's a very talented football team.
Yeah, Samaj Beals is really fun to watch how he plays quarterback.
Don't let St. Joe's Prep's record fool you. They've played 2 really good teams so far and another one tonight.
Returnable kick from Heck here. And again, just kudos to this special teams, just wrapping up, making tackles.
These 2 schools are extremely similar. Both LaSalle and Calvert Hall are rigorous college prep schools, and Calvert Hall was founded in 1845. However, their football team wasn't founded until 1899. LaSalle was founded 13 years after Calvert Hall in 1858. However, their football team wasn't founded until 1931. Another fact is that Calvert Hall is the oldest Christian Brothers school in the United States. They also cross paths in terms of faculty. LaSalle has 4 teachers who attended Calvert Hall, and the current president of Calvert Hall is brother John Kane, an alum of LaSalle. And the schools are also very similar in size and location, both on the edge of a city.
Yeah, some interesting comparable dynamics between these 2 teams here as the Cardinals rush for a couple of yards. Knoll, again, in shotgun. Looks immediately to his right, fires. And gold helmets are just swarming them. Reception made by Reginald Preddy.
Yeah, as soon as he had that catch, the LaSalle defense was right on top of him. It's tough to make a play when you've got that on you.
So I mentioned at the beginning of the game, LaSalle is undefeated against Calvert Hall. Some of those games go way back. 1950 being one of those wins. I can't even imagine football being played back then.
I can tell you more about that at halftime, Tyler.
I can't wait. Handoff, nothing happening. Yep.
It's hard to call one Explorer's name on a tackle this game. It seems like they're all swarming to the ball carrier and tackling together as a team.
Yeah, and a lot of times they've had defense of players either make contact or trip up someone, and then another one comes in and just puts them to the ground.
With the timeout, I'd like to thank one of our sponsors from Bala Dermatology. Bala Dermatology offers comprehensive medical and cosmetic skincare. They provide early detection and treatment of skin cancer, treatment of all skin conditions, and many cosmetic options to reduce sun damage and help love your skin. Visit them online at baladermatology.com or call Dr. Mary Griffin at 610-664-3300. Healthy skin starts here. South called a timeout there, looking to get the ball back. I think they want that running clock.
Yeah, I mean, they would have had it if the score remains the same, but Chris Heck missed the extra point.
A nice punt there. Gets down to the Explorers. Let's call it 47.
And 1 minute is plenty of time for LaSalle to drive down the field here and score.
Just so many weapons and so much speed out there.
Yeah, even if it's just a short little screen pass, all of these guys can usually break one.
Yeah, we're seeing some of the reinforcements out there right now in the first half. That was Luke Gordon at quarterback with a nice pass. Sidwar's done for the day.
And that was Luke Gordon to Owen Johnson. They're both sophomores here at LaSalle. And I think we'll see that connection a lot over the next 2 years.
Yeah, kind of how we saw Gavin Sidwar and Joey O'Brien's relationship cultivate over the years. That'll be something to look out for.
I mean, when you got 2 players grow and learn together, they're bound to be able to form a great chemistry and great teammates.
Luke Gordon takes the snap, hands it off. There he is, Desmond Ortiz for a nice gain. We said how we wanted to see him, and he looked good.
And Luke and Owen were the dynamic duo last year on the freshman team.
An undefeated freshman team.
Brett Gordon barking out orders to his son. 30 seconds left on the clock. Luke Gordon takes a snap, hands it off again. Desmond Ortiz, he bounces to the outside. He's stuffed for about a 4-yard gain. Clock keeps running. I don't know if they'll call another play here. Down to 10 seconds. That'll be it for the first half. Jack McGuire, your thoughts on this first half of football?
I mean, I think LaSalle has just completely dominated Calvert Hall so far. Both Calvert Hall's offense and defense haven't gotten enough rest. So I think that LaSalle has took that into mind. They've ran the ball a lot facing Calvert Hall's defense, and LaSalle's O-line has really done a job to Calvert's defense.
Pat Burkhead.
Yeah, before the game I said that I thought LaSalle was the more talented team and all they had to do was execute their game plan, and I think they're doing that. They put the backups in, and I think it'll be some great experience for those younger guys to get good reps against good players.
Jack Burns.
I mean, LaSalle has been nothing but explosive today on both offense and defense. And I mean, if you're Calvert Hall, you're frustrated. I mean, it's a hot day out. It's been rough for them, and it's been a good game. Hopefully, they can pull together, score some points next half.
And before we go to the break, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Riley Rukowski and Malloy Funeral Home is an enthusiastic supporter of LaSalle athletics. Andrew Butta Rukowski sends his best to coach Ryan Ansel, the student athletes, and the LaSalle basketball program as a whole. Riley Rukowski and Malloy Funeral Home, a proud sponsor of BLS. Also, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Blocks. That's tonight's block of the game. This is not the block, but we'll give you a good block later.
You could give it to Jimmy Mahoney's pump block earlier.
I think that's what we were going to give it to, I think.
Yeah, so this is I'm still getting the hang of this, but I hope Blocks understands that we are going to retroactively give the Blocks block of the game to Jimmy Mahoney.
Yeah, and during the basketball season, Grayson McHugh earned a lot of those awards for Blocks block of the game with his awesome blocks on defense. But I think that an underrated part of the Blocks block of the game is the offensive line blocks, because Grayson McHugh also does that pretty well.
Blocks everywhere. And I'd like to thank you for joining us for this first half of the game, and we'll join you again for the second half.
Show you a better way to spend your state income taxes and get the money to where it's needed to most to the thousands of qualified kids.
What I like about Blocks is they really know where the need is.
This program ensures that their dollars come 100% into these kids for their tuition assistance.
If you are able, Blocks makes the EITC piece go very quickly and very smoothly.
Turn your PA State tax liability into need-based scholarships and receive a 90% tax credit.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfurt Avenue, generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot to play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage dedicated to getting it done.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. Hundreds of decisions to make, some of which may impact your business for the next decade. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Gola gets it. And what if those experts came with a team? Subject matter experts to manage everything that comes with this process. Space planning and design, relocation planning and budgeting, helping you manage your vendors, construction oversight, all with zero out-of-pocket cost to you. A turnkey experience that adds real value, value that flows right to your bottom line. Gola gets it. We've been partnering with clients like you for over 40 years, and we know what's important: solving problems, creating flexibility, protecting and stretching your dollars. Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
When your car needs repairs and you can't wait, Meineke can help. With life's crazy schedule between work and family, you'll love Meineke's same-day service. Call today and Meineke will get your car in today. For new brakes, exhaust repairs, or your check engine light comes on, trust Meineke to do the job right. And families have been coming to Meineke for years because Meineke works on any make or model vehicle. Same-day service, value, and trust. Meineke, doing car care right.
Be a part of the biggest live events. The must-see matches. The game day celebrations. Experience live sports and entertainment the way they're meant to be seen. With Joe Hand Promotions, the global leader of live entertainment for bars, restaurants, and cinemas. Create unforgettable moments that fans won't want to miss. Keep the food and drinks flowing with watch parties that will bring customers in the door and expand dwell time. And watch as these visitors turn into loyal customers with exclusive content relationships with the nation's largest sports and entertainment providers. In over 10,000 bars, restaurants, and cinemas across America, and customizable packages for every type of venue. Make your business the place for the next must-see event. Because if fans can't make it to the stadium or arena, your venue is the next best place.
Next Play Basketball is an AAU program in the greater Philadelphia area. They offer camps, clinics, and private training for boys and girls, 3rd to 11th graders. They teach the next play mentality to help athletes have success on and off the court. Next Play coaches focus on each player's development through high-level coaching and a competitive environment. If you would like to join the Next Play family, Go to nextplaybasketball.com for more information. They are hosting spring tryouts on January 11th.
More people are choosing Faulkner Infiniti of Willow Grove for the outstanding customer service and the extraordinary selection of Infiniti vehicles. Like the all-new 2025 QX80, it's unlike any luxury SUV you've ever experienced. With an all-new design and groundbreaking technology, the Infiniti QX80 has set a new standard in its class. Come experience the QX80 and the entire Infiniti lineup at Faulkner Infiniti of Willow Grove, to be sure.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Meet David and Kay May, a dynamic team with a shared mission to help you turn your real estate dreams into reality. What sets them apart? Their wealth of experience, combined with a genuine passion for guiding clients every step of the way. They believe everyone deserves personalized attention, fair treatment, and expert advice throughout the process, ensuring your journey is smooth and successful. David and Kay may go above and beyond to meet your needs, ensuring expectations are not just met, but exceeded. Whether you're a first-time homebuyer or a seasoned investor, their personalized approach and commitment to service make every real estate journey smooth and rewarding. Contact them today to get started on your next real estate adventure.
But here this is always open, and oh, we get cold. That was brutal.
More people are choosing Faulkner Infiniti of Willow Grove for the outstanding customer service and the extraordinary selection of Infiniti vehicles. Like the all-new 2025 QX80, it's unlike any luxury SUV you've ever experienced. With an all-new design and groundbreaking technology, the Infiniti QX80 has set a new standard in its class. Come experience the QX80 and the entire Infiniti lineup at Faulkner Infiniti of Willow Grove, to be sure.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Meet David and Kay May, a dynamic team with a shared mission to help you turn your real estate dreams into reality. What sets them apart? Their wealth of experience, combined with a genuine passion for guiding clients every step of the way. They believe everyone deserves personalized attention, fair treatment, and expert advice throughout the process, ensuring your journey is smooth and successful. David and Kay may go above and beyond to meet your needs, ensuring expectations are not just met, but exceeded. Whether you're a first-time homebuyer or a seasoned investor, their personalized approach and commitment to service make every real estate journey smooth and rewarding. Contact them today to get started on your next real estate adventure.
Show you a better way to spend your state income taxes.
Bear's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfurt Avenue, generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross-country mortgages dedicated to getting it done.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. Hundreds of decisions to make, some of which may impact your business for the next decade. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Gola gets it. And what if those experts came with a team? Subject matter experts to manage everything that comes with this process. Space planning and design, relocation planning and budgeting, helping you manage your vendors, construction oversight, all with zero out-of-pocket cost to you. A turnkey experience that adds real value, value that flows right to your bottom line. Gola gets it. We've been partnering with clients like you for over 40 years, and we know what's important: solving problems, creating flexibility, protecting and stretching your dollars. Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
When your car needs repairs and you can't wait, Meineke can help. With life's crazy schedule between work and family, you'll love Meineke's same-day service. Call today and Meineke will get your car in today. For new brakes, exhaust repairs, or your check engine light comes on, trust Meineke to do the job right. And families have been coming to Meineke for years because Meineke works on any make or model vehicle. Same-day service, value, and trust. Meineke, doing car care right.
Be a part of the biggest live events. The must-see matches. The game day celebrations. Experience live sports and entertainment the way they're meant to be seen. With Joe Hand Promotions, the global leader of live entertainment for bars, restaurants, and cinemas. Create unforgettable moments that fans won't want to miss. Keep the food and drinks flowing with watch parties that will bring customers in the door and expand dwell time. And watch as these visitors turn into loyal customers with exclusive content relationships with the nation's largest sports and entertainment providers. In over 10,000 bars, restaurants, and cinemas across America, and customizable packages for every type of venue. Make your business the place for the next must-see event. Because if fans can't make it to the stadium or arena, your venue is the next best place.
And we're back. Calvert Hall kicks off to the Explorers. A really nice return here from Owen Wilson. Explorers get really nice field position to start the second half, up 34-0.
Yeah, Corbin Hicks was really trying to rip that ball out there, but Owen Johnson did a great job of holding on to it.
It almost looked like Owen Johnson slowed down at the end there. Maybe trying to get the backups involved. Because at first it looked like he could go all the way.
Yeah.
We'll do our best to cover all the backups that are in, starting with, of course, Luke Gordon, who we saw at the end of the second half there. Luke takes the snap, fires it quickly out to Owen Johnson for a nice gain to make it 2nd and 6.
And Tyler, he seems to have learned quite a good clap from Gavin Sidwar.
Yeah, do you think it's on like Sidwar's tier yet, or does he need a couple years to work on that?
I mean, he does have a couple years to work on it, so.
It definitely has the potential to.
Yeah. The form is there?
Yeah.
The talent?
Just got to hone the technique a little bit.
Got Owen Johnson, Desmond Ortiz, the outside. Takes a snap. Owen Johnson. He's got some space. There is a flag on the play, but a huge gain there for Owen Johnson, but I think that's coming back.
Seems like the starting offensive line is still out there.
Same with JP Oates.
Josh Simmons, I think I saw.
And it looks like Desmond Ortiz as well.
They're also getting Trey Hopkins some reps at receiver.
Like, there were 2 flags on that. Holding was declined, but it looked like a face mask as well. Sets them up for about 2nd, and it's called 15. Luke Gordon jogging out there, maybe giving us a little taste for next season. Trey Hopkins down near us along with JP Oates. Gordon takes the snap, looks it right to his left, fires it right to Owen Johnson. Really nice screen there, and Owen Johnson might be gone. It's a foot race. That was a really nice play there and a really good block on this screen to make that happen.
And again, it looks like Owen Johnson slowed down, being very unselfish here.
I couldn't see who made that screen block. It looked like Grayson McHugh. Is he still out there? Looks like it. He stands above everyone.
At LaSalle, we're always talking about brotherhood, so it'll be interesting to see how the older players who got subbed out of the game will root on their younger teammates.
Another helmet has come off on Calvert Hall.
Helmet gate.
It is now the 5th helmet of the game.
Yeah, and a quick fun fact about that. There have been more helmets come off for Calvert Hall than extra points made for both teams.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Where do you get these stats, Jack?
These have definitely got to go with over the gate kicks.
Only one of those.
Well, can only hope for more.
Although it looks like maybe a backup kicker is going to come in. As Jackson Laufer is warming up.
Heard he's heck of a backup. Hands it off. Simmons up the middle. Gain of about 1. That's all I got. I got 1 punt of me today, guys.
Twice.
Yeah, overusing it. Jack McGuire, I heard we got maybe some information coming up soon. Maybe next drive we can start delving into some history and some fun facts about these 2 teams.
Yeah, nice change from the puns I've been making.
They're not mutually exclusive as Gordon takes the snap, fires it to JP Oates. Again, a nice screen block. That might be going all the way. Oates looking for a block. He's got it. Touchdown, JP Oates. It's almost a mirror of the play on the other side of the field with Owen Johnson.
What great maneuvering by Oates down there. Able to avoid those defenders.
Danny Lawyer with a great screen block for JP Oates there.
And I believe that's Luke Gordon's first passing touchdown of his LaSalle varsity career. And that will come on to hold the kick.
And if you haven't seen him at quarterback this year, he has been holding almost every kick, if not every.
That one's good. Some nice depth back there. Hits the fence. And that means running clock, gentlemen.
Also means extra points and helmets come off for Calvert Hall are now equal.
We'll keep you updated with this very important stat as the game progresses. How does that factor into the amount of running clocks we got going on? We are going to see this game picking up in pace with this running clock as running out of bounds, first downs, do not stop the clock.
It'll be interesting to see who plays on defense here for the Explorers. We saw Brandon Murray last week. He's a really talented sophomore, and he held up well against Louisiana.
Heck, nice kick, but returnable. O'Connell trying to make something happen. Gets out to the 27.
And there's Murray in on the tackle.
And after that touchdown a few moments ago, you heard the LaSalle band. And we know all about the LaSalle band and music department and how great they are. But let's talk about the Calvert Hall band and music department. They perform numerous times during the year, including local parades, home football games, and the Turkey Bowl. The Calvert Hall Instrumental Music Department features 3 jazz bands, a jazz combo, 3 concert bands, and 2 marching bands. Their competitive marching band was named the 2004-2005 Tournament of Bands Group 4 Chapter 5 champions, the 2016, 2021, 2022, and 2024 U.S. Bands Group 2 Open National Championship, as well as the 2017, 2018, and 2019 Group 3 Open National Champions. And on January 7, 2009, the band was named the Bowl Games of America's Band Championship Series National Champions. So, although they are not in attendance, shout out to the band and music department from Calvert Hall.
Jack, I can't believe you memorized all that. That's insane. There's the snap, bouncing the outside. Man, there's just nothing there. Even some of these backups.
I think Desmond Ortiz was on defense there.
You're right, Patrick.
Running at that safety position, it looks like.
Maybe in for Joey O'Brien. Seems like most of the other starters are still out.
Jimmy Mahoney, still due for a defensive play.
What are we expecting? Like a pick six or a pass breakup, or does it have to be like, is a pass breakup acceptable, or does it have to be something like splashy?
I'll think about it.
Okay. As he thinks about it, Noel takes a snap. He's dancing, rolling out to his right. Throws a nice dime. Hits number 19, Mar Lanier, right in the chest, it looked like.
And Des Ortiz was there, though. His first reps at safety, and he's making plays.
I mean, Ortiz, just an athlete.
A lot of these guys on LaSalle, I feel like they could just play anywhere.
Yeah, it's just like a very competitive group, a lot of talent, so.
Playing on both sides of the ball is something you see less and less as you advance in your career. See a good enough amount in high school, rarely in college, and almost not at all in the NFL.
Owen Johnson with sure hands this time on the fair catch. Explorers get the ball in good territory.
Yeah, and Calvert Hall has won a combined 12 MSA and MIAA conference championships, including their most recent one in 2021. To be more specific, they have won 5 state championships and 7 conference championships. They've also won 5 Baltimore Catholic League championships. And as we know, LaSalle has 1 state championship and 15 Catholic League championships, as well as 8 city ones.
Gordon takes the snap, hands it off to Simmons. It's a nice gain on first down.
Luke Gordon looks really calm in there for a sophomore quarterback with little experience.
It's good for him to be able to get adjusted, especially with a great group of seniors leaving this year. Have to rely on the team on him next year.
Yeah, and his dad quarterbacked LaSalle back a while ago, Brett Gordon, who's now the coach. And his grandfather, Drew Gordon, was also the coach of LaSalle. So a very LaSalle football-oriented family.
Yeah, and Bob talked to Coach Brett Gordon at the beginning of the season, and Coach Gordon was talking about how he wishes the best for Gavin Sidwar and hopes that Gavin can break all of his records he made when he was a quarterback here.
Brett Gordon, also an incredibly talented quarterback at Villanova, played with Brian Westbrook. Set a lot of records at Villanova as well. Drew Gordon was my head coach when I was here at LaSalle. Brought LaSalle football their first state championship.
Sounds like a pretty successful football family.
They do know ball.
Villanova could use Brett Gordon today. They're playing Penn State. And that's what I was talking about earlier, how a lot of the LaSalle population isn't here because they're Penn State fans and they're going to the game.
Simmons with a nice break there. I believe that was his biggest play of the day there. Easy first down. And with this running clock, I think this game will be over before the Penn State even starts at 3:30.
We've got some great football games this weekend.
Besides this one, of course, what are we looking at? You got one you got your eyes on? You talking NFL?
I'm talking about the
football?
Eagles game
Yeah.
next year. Or, no, sorry, tomorrow. I think that'll be a great game. Penn State, obviously.
Yeah, and speaking of families, Josh Simmons' older brother, Horace Simmons, was a great basketball player at LaSalle. He's now at Drexel looking to have a nice year for them.
This would be a Cardinal down on the field.
I'm a Drexel alum. That's good to hear.
All right, this is the first cramp we've seen? Second.
We're
Are
tallying
we sure
cramps
it's a
now.
cramp?
We're tallying cramps now.
Yeah, it was.
Hopefully
Jordan Hicks.
Jordan Hicks is okay as he limps off the field. Good training staff over at the Calvert Hall sidelines there. For a quick break. The clock does stop for that. Luke Gordon looking for his second Salle varsity touchdown. Takes the snap, fires it. He's got a man open. There's that connection we talked about. I think they're developing it just fine. Owen Johnson, huge gain.
Wow, that was a great catch with some pretty great defense on by Calvert Hall. But wow, he's just got the hands to catch that.
Another cramp.
The heat's definitely setting in.
I mean, heck, even I went down to the great LaSalle, got some food down at the Mart downstairs. They had Chick-fil-A sandwiches, some Gatorade. I'm feeling refreshed. I'm not cramping up right now.
The heat's definitely getting to me, Tyler.
It is stuffy here. Long pants were a bad choice, I'll say that. Explorers, though, in the white pants. Gordon takes the snap, hands it off. Des Ortiz, nice gain. Got down to the 5. 5-yard gain. Second and 5. Gordon looking to his right. Ooh, he almost got the offsides with the clap. Maybe he's on Sid Ward's level. Takes the snap, hands it off. Ortiz keeps churning. He's in. Touchdown, Des Ortiz. There he is.
This reminds me of the Episcopal Academy game last year.
How so?
I believe that one was 50-0. This one's, at the moment, 47.
That's crazy coming in for the Cardinals last week after winning 42-0 to then be shut out. Heck, 6 for 7 on the day. Extra points. He has now surpassed the amount of helmets that we've seen come off.
Who knows? There's still time left.
A lot of time.
Less than you think with this running clock. We're already down to 1:46 in the third quarter.
Yeah, the helmet's going to need to go on a big run here.
We have fun at Bob Long Sports without Bob Long. Not sure if that came across in the broadcast earlier, but we're without Bob Long today. But trusted our group to cover this game. I think we've done him proud.
That's all we hope for, Tyler. Make Bob proud.
Squib kick from Heck. Nice recovery there. That was number 14, Micah Morozov. Saw him early on in the game, making some plays as receiver.
Although he didn't make the tackle, freshman Jared Dial flew down the field there.
He was going all in.
It's pretty impressive. You typically don't see freshmen dressing for these games.
Yeah, Jared's been dressing for almost every one. I think he has dressed for all 4. He starts on JV.
That speaks volumes as a freshman.
Yeah, came to LaSalle for football and basketball. Great athlete.
Knoll with his two-back set. Looks to his left, looks to his right. Hands the ball off. That's to O'Connell. Tries to bounce it to the right. Nothing to be had.
Seems like Cardinals got stuck on their own teammates there. Ran right into him.
And I just want to give a shout out to this Explorers line. They have stuffed every gap there. There was nowhere for O'Connell to go.
Kyrie Mitchell's in there, another sophomore.
Knoll again takes a step, hands it off to his left. Oh, fakes the handoff, throws it to O'Connell for a nice gain. 3rd and 4. Keep getting faked out by Knoll.
Tackle by Nick Neary. He's another successful basketball player.
A lot of dual sport athletes here, especially on the LaSalle side.
Tyler, to your point, only 4 freshmen are on this varsity roster. You got Jared Dial, Jordan Reed, Gabriel Dean, and John Dawson.
And wow, what an insane effort by Holmes there. He must have broke about 6 tackles and got the first down on that screen. It was a pretty obvious screen, but Explorers almost got home on Knoll there. Instead, Holmes turns it for a first down.
So some more history. This is the 6th time these two teams have faced off against each other. The first time these two teams went to battle was in 1925. LaSalle took that game 7-0. Earlier I mentioned that the football team was founded in 1931. However, they did start playing games in 1903. That is when they officially founded. After that, they played each other in 1950. 72 years later, they played each other in 2022. They then played them again in 2023 and 2024. LaSalle holds a 5-0 all-time record against Calvert Hall, like you mentioned earlier, Tyler, looking to become 6-0 after tonight. Now here's a statement from Bill Wasilenko leading up to the game. The 20th century saw 2 games against Calvert Hall. In 1925, nearly 100 years ago, on September 26th, LaSalle opened their season by heading down to Towson, Maryland, and defeating the Cardinals 7-0. 25 years later, on September 24th, 1950, the Little Explorers made another trip to Towson and manhandled Calvert Hall 32-0. The 20th century saw 2 more games against Calvert Hall. I'll finish that later.
LaSalle football historian Bill Waslenko. Always look forward to his emails. He's done a lot for this school's football history.
3 sophomores in the secondary for LaSalle. You've got Aiden Christie, Brandon Murray, and now Santana Swittenberg.
Certainly invaluable experience getting into a varsity game like this with a whole quarter to go. Noel takes the snap. He's been looking to his left the whole time. Easy completion. That goes to number 19, Lamar Lanier.
To continue on, the current decade has seen the next 3 games against the Cardinals. 2022 saw a nail-biter LaSalle victory, 21-20, on a blocked extra point in the last minute. 2023 was a wild affair at Springfield High, with the Explorers winning another close one, 38-35. Last year, the Explorers broke open a close game in the second half with a 28-10 win. The Cardinals are 2-0 so far, defeating Penn Charter 33-7 and demolishing Archbishop Curley 42-0, causing Archbishop Curley to holler, "Hey Mo." This should be yet another challenge for the Blue and Gold in their last non-league game before the PCL regular season starts. Game time is 1 p.m. at Northeast High School, a home game for the Explorers. Hope to see many of you at Northeast High School this Saturday. Go LaSalle.
That's where we're at right now. Noel rolls to his right, ran out of room, tosses it away.
Great coverage from LaSalle there. There was just nothing there for Oliver Knoll.
He bought as much time as he could with his legs there, but absolutely, look at that coverage. This running clock is certainly running. Down below 10 minutes left in the game. Noel again with this 2-back set. Hands it off. Holmes runs into his own guy, bounces out, bounces to the right, gets tripped up.
Holmes has looked really good in the second half. He's looked very explosive, and he's bounced off a lot of tackles.
Including his own there.
That's the second or third time this season we've seen a turf monster.
He had the blocks there, too. He's been looking really good. A lot of talent on this Calvert Hall side. It's just been a blowout today. Noel is going deep. He's got a guy open. Touchdown. That's number 14, Micah Marazov. We've seen him a lot today. That looked good. See the tail end of that there.
It was a great catch by them. It's great to see them get some points on the board.
They haven't really aired it out much today.
No.
That was Santana Swittenberg, son of Coach Swittenberg for LaSalle. That was in coverage. Sophomore. Not used to varsity minutes. Good coverage, even better catch.
Brings it to 48-7. 8:49 left in the game.
This is one of the very few times we've seen Calvert Hall kick off to LaSalle.
The second, in fact.
We've seen a lot of punts. All right, so last week it was a lot of flags, a lot of cramps, and a lot of planes. This week, a lot of helmets, a lot of extra points, but very few kicks.
A lot of fences.
Fences, that's what I was missing.
A lot of claps.
But no Lander Seabreeze.
I don't think we're seeing that for the rest of the year, boys.
I got a feeling there's no sea breeze up here.
Owen Johnson trying to make some cuts there, but flag on the play. That's going to be bringing that one back.
Jack Burns, not only is there no sea breeze or land breeze up here, there is no breeze.
You're right about that, definitely.
Definitely a breeze down on the field, but yeah, absolutely not in the booth.
It's causing me to stutter a lot.
Looks like Dial's in the game.
Yeah, and when Josh Simmons and Desmond Ortiz were questionable for the Ocean City game against Malvern, Dre Dial was close to playing in that, although Azir Nelson had arguably the game of his life against them. So Dial didn't have to come in, but here he is.
Explorers in the pistol formation. Gordon takes the snap, fumbles the ball, dives right on it.
Although he fumbled it, good instincts by Gordon to jump on it there.
That Ocean City game you were just talking about had some of the best run game I've ever seen.
Yeah, Zeke Bates was really impressive.
That didn't look like a fumble. It looked like the running back kind of got in the way of the ball there. Ball never hit Gordon's hands.
And this is a good chance to see Josiah Jackson, the senior tight end, number 88.
Nice handoff there. I believe that was that number 25?
Yep, Dre.
Dial.
Yeah, Jackson's really, I feel like he could make a big impact on this Explorers team. He's a really big target. And I think Sidwar likes to throw it to JP Oates, so why not throw it to him too?
All right. Injury timeout on the field. So we're going to thank one of our sponsors. This portion of today's broadcast is brought to you by the Riley Rukowski and Malloy Funeral Home. They're an enthusiastic supporter of LaSalle Athletics. Andrew Butta Rukowski and sends his best to Coach Ryan Ansel, the student athletes, and LaSalle basketball program as a whole. Riley Rukowski and Malloy Funeral Home, a proud sponsor of BLS. This portion also brought to you by E&M Insurance. E&M Insurance is an independent local insurance agency serving this area's business and personal insurance needs. Owned and operated by Chris Marr, class of 1989, and the father of Brendan, class of 2018, and Ryan, class of 2020. E&M Insurance has been servicing the Delaware Valley's insurance needs since 1988, built on the principles of providing superior customer service and quality assurance solutions for their customers. E&M is an independent agent, meaning they work with a select group of highly rated insurance companies that have proven their performance over the years. E&M can help provide solutions for your business or personal insurance on all levels, excelling at providing the best coverage at the best rates.
Oh. Dial picks up a first down there.
Nice run by Dial there, converting the first down. Clock's running down. Under 7 minutes left to go in this ball game. Explorers could potentially ensure that the Cardinals don't get the ball back. Dial takes it up the middle for a couple yards.
Good to see Dial get some playing time out here as a freshman.
Yeah, we were just talking about how getting to see a lot of this sophomore class will be good for next year, but getting to see a member of the freshman class has to excite you.
When you know your team is going to be set up for the future, you can't feel anything but excited.
And this is Bryce Hanton on the carry. He's another really talented sophomore. Seems like the LaSalle backfield is going to be great for years to come.
A lot of explosiveness on that run there. It's a nice large gain on first down.
And if you watch that run, you can tell he runs track. The sophomore class is a really good track team.
Yeah, it's an underrated dual sport to be involved in. The track and field clearly has worked wonders for this Explorers team, who has a ton of speed, especially on offense.
And especially my guy, Jimmy Mahoney.
Especially Mahoney. We're still waiting for him on defense. I don't think we'll see it today, but look at this. Big break. Brought down at the 40. That was Bryce Hanton. We tick below 5 minutes.
Shout out to Mr. Shooksta down there on the sticks. Teacher at LaSalle.
Got a new quarterback checking in here as well. Joseph Lawson, the junior. Nice handoff there for a small gain. 2nd and 9. Pep band sounds great.
Yes, they do. Know a few people there. Love to hear them.
Mentioned that Calvert Hall's band is at a lot of things, but LaSalle's band is almost at everything.
Takes the snap, hands it off right away. Style again. Leaping for a few yards. Third, and let's call it 7. Lawson taking his time to get to the huddle. First down pretty much ensures that Calvert Hall does not get the ball back. 3rd and 7. Takes a snap, hands it off. Dial has some space. He's still up. That was a nice run by Dial there. I don't know how he stayed up.
Tough time taking him down. He's using his playing time wisely. Got to make the most of what you can.
Fourth and 2. Explorers offense will stay on the field.
And LaSalle's football team has a cool motto about earn your stripe. So in the middle of the gold helmets, there's a blue stripe for everyone that's, well, obviously earned it. And you have to do something good to earn it. And their backup quarterback, or in this case, their third-string quarterback, has earned his stripe. So that's something pretty cool to see.
If you hadn't earned it yet, I'd say you earned it here. Huge first down run by Dial.
And Dial should be soon to earn one.
He looks good. He does not look like a freshman. 5'10", 165. He looks bigger than that. Room to grow as well. That first down will pretty much seal it. Lawson. Hands it off to Hanton, who does a nice move there. Gets a nice gain of about 5 yards. Explorers only need to snap the ball, I'd say, 2-3 more times.
Yeah, the backup O-line's done a nice job today. The guys out there right now are A.J. Godfrey, Nick Stampone, Mac Householder, Gabriel Dean, and L.J. Toller.
Kind of want to see Lawson everyone out. I don't think they will, though. Hanton to his right again. Just running the clock out here. Swarmed by Cardinals there. Hanton ran into a sea of yellow helmets. No gain.
Almost this entire lineup is underclassmen. Like you said, Pat, A.J. Godfrey, Cormac Householder, and L.J. Tuller are all sophomores. Gabriel Dean's a freshman, and Nick Stampone's a junior.
I love seeing Mac Householder get some playing time out there. I've known Mac my whole life, and it's great to see him play like this.
Last play of the game. Alston hands it off to Hanton. Small gain brings it to 4th down, but I don't think the Explorers need to snap another one. And that'll be it. Explorers 48, Cardinals 7. As they enter the Philadelphia Catholic League. Bye next week. Jack McGuire, your thoughts? What'd you see today? What'd you like?
I love LaSalle's physicality. I mean, straight from the jump, J.P. Oates got that big tackle on the return by Calvert Hall, and I think that set the tone for the game. And then, obviously, Owen Johnson's quick touchdown. I think after that, LaSalle battled, and then it was great to see the backups for LaSalle. Patrick?
Yeah, LaSalle just came out to a really hot start, and they kept it going the whole game. All 3 quarterbacks looked good. All the running backs we saw today looked amazing. I think the offense is really high-powered, and I'm excited to watch them in future games.
I agree with what they're saying. I mean, even LaSalle starters playing nothing but the best, and even when they take them out, they're playing pretty great. I mean, it's great to see stuff like this, and it's Calvert, I believe, that did the absolute best they can against such a great team. Both great teams, and just such a great game and great day.
Yeah, I think the score speaks for itself. Glad we got to call this today. Beautiful Saturday. A lot of football going on this weekend. Looking to see you guys on Friday the 26th against Roman Catholic at Widener. That should be a fun game. 2 very talented teams in the Philadelphia Catholic League. Roman Catholic 5A, LaSalle 6A. It's going to be a blast, so we'll see you then. On behalf of Jack McGuire, Pat Burkhead, Jack Burns, Bob Long, of course, of Bob Long Sports. I'm Tyler Kern.
Thank you, Bob.
Tyler Kern signing off. Thank you, Jack.